Hey there, I'm Michelle, and thanks so much for being here. Today's reading is going to be focused on your career. So, this will be a timeless reading, so whenever you come across it is the perfect time for you. If you're new to these readings, I've pulled 4 cards that you can choose from, and you just choose the card that you're feeling most drawn to, and then check the description for timestamps so you can jump ahead to your reading. So, before you do that, let's have a look at the 4 cards. So, card number 1 is reconciliation. Card number 2 is happiness. Card number 3 is strength. And card number 4 is well-being. So take a moment to feel into which card you're feeling most drawn to. It could be the word on the card or the image or the colors. Whatever you're being pulled to, just go with your gut feeling on that. If you are being drawn to more than one card, that's okay as well. Feel free to watch whichever ones you're being called to watch, because sometimes there are additional messages in that reading meant for you. And just a quick note before we begin, remember to use your intuition to guide you in terms of choosing which reading is right for you, but also in terms of the messages within the reading itself. Because this is a general reading, not every message will resonate with you, and that's okay. You'll know a message is meant for you because it will feel like a confirmation to what you've already been intuitively feeling, kind of like a nod from the universe. Okay, so when you're ready, you can find the timestamps in the description box and head over to your reading, and I will see you there. Hello to everyone who chose card number 1, which was the reconciliation card. So let's have a look at your tarot cards to begin with and see what we have happening in your career. So Ace of Pentacles. So some of you may be starting new jobs or looking for a new job, maybe a new direction as well in your career. 5 of Wands, and feeling like there's a lot of competition, either competition out there for a new job or competition within that field, competition within your workplace or even within your specific job. Like many of you it's almost like you're climbing over each other, right, to try to reach that top position or the position that you're wanting. King of Swords. So need for clarity and strategic thinking and logical thinking. And the 8 of Pentacles. So doing some studying here as well. Okay, so yeah, some of you might be either starting a brand new job or looking for a new job, or starting in a new direction or looking for a new direction. And yeah, it might feel like there is a lot of competition out there for what you want. And it might feel like you have been having to work really hard to stand out, having to work really hard to even get to the place where you're at. And perhaps this new, if for those of you that are still considering a new job or a new direction, you might be concerned that moving in this direction is going to be too difficult because of the competition, because maybe that market feels already saturated. If you're starting a new business, something like that, you might be feeling like it just feels overwhelming because too many people are doing it, or it's just too hard to break into, those kind of feelings. So what I am getting from this reading in terms of what to do next or what to help you through this situation is with this King of Swords card. So as you can see from this card, he is kind of sitting above, he's got mountains around him. It looks like he's kind of on the mountain top or something like that. So he's really got like a bird's eye view of the situation, and he's got a lot of wisdom, a lot of strategic thinking, really logical and not caught up in his emotions or his fears right now. And so to me, this is really suggesting to you that it's probably a good idea to take a step back from the situation and look at, is some of your thinking perhaps causing difficulty here? Like maybe you're getting worried about the situation before you've even started trying to, accomplish this thing, or maybe you're letting a few attempts where maybe you didn't get the job or it hasn't worked out quite yet, and you're letting that sort of overwhelm you and make you feel negatively about the situation, when if you stepped back and looked at the whole situation, you might think, okay, there's still more work that I could do, or there's still different approaches that I could take. And I can approach this from more of a cool head without letting all of those like fears and worries about competition and things like that, not letting those hold you back. So we also have the Eight of Pentacles here, which is about learning new things. So there might be some of you who are still taking some classes or going to school, or if you've started a new job, there's that period where it can feel a little bit overwhelming because there's so much to learn. So you might be in that phase as well. The other thing about this card, though, is that it's really about bringing your whole self to the situation, like really throwing yourself in and bringing all of your like love and attention and energy to the job so that you feel really good about what you're doing. So some of you might be holding back a little bit, like maybe you're not going full into whatever it is that you want to do because you're afraid of not being able to get it or whatever. So this is kind of about just really immersing yourself in the experience, learning all there is to know, really just absorbing that experience and all of the knowledge and putting your whole self into it. So I do feel like there, especially with this reconciliation card too, like there's part of you that is, excited about this new job or this new direction, and part of you that is fearful of it as well. And perhaps you're right now kind of reconciling those two parts of you, like the part of you that really wants to go for it and the part of you that maybe thinks it's not a wise decision. So again, taking that step back and looking at things from a bird's eye view and a really logical view is going to be helpful. With this Ace of Pentacles, by the way, I do see that whatever this new thing is has a lot of potential for success, right? The Pentacles is all about, abundance and financial success. So I do feel like this new idea, this new direction, or this new job could bring you a lot of financial success and a lot of happiness as well. Let's have a look at the rest of your cards. So we have awareness. This is about tapping into your intuition, really listening to your inner wise voice. So I get, a similar feeling to the King of Swords energy, although he is more logical and strategic, and this is more intuitive. But again, it's not listening to the fears, right? It's not listening to all of the stuff that you might be telling yourself in your mind that is making it feel overwhelming. Instead, it's about getting quiet and listening to that wiser inner voice that's within you. And we have the Triumph card. Okay, so some really positive signs from your higher self, from the universe here, that whatever this is that you're considering is going to bring you a lot of success. And let's have a look at our last card. And it says prosperity lies ahead. Okay, another bit of recognition from your higher self or the universe that you are on the right track, and that you going to have a lot of success in whatever you do. You're going to reach that goal. You're going to have financial success in those things that you are currently chasing. So I get the feeling overall here that it's about just not stressing so much, not getting caught up in the rat race, not getting caught up in, climbing that ladder and trying to get to the top, and just relaxing into it a bit and allowing yourself to remove some of the emotion, be a little bit more logical, and really try to embrace like the journey, embrace the learning part, embrace the learning curve, and the energy that you're able to kind of put into this, either looking for the new job or starting the new job right now, and listening to those, those wiser parts of you that are telling you it's going to be okay, and that are telling you that you're on the right track and that kind of thing. So that is your reading, group number 1. I hope that it was helpful and that you enjoyed it. Thank you again for being here. I would love to know if this reading resonated in the comments. And if you enjoyed it, I would love if you gave this video a thumbs up and subscribe so that I can see you again soon in another one. Bye. Hello to everyone who chose card number 2, which was happiness. So let's jump into your tarot cards right away and see what your reading has to say about your career. Okay, we have the Six of Swords. So many of you are going through a transition period right now. It might feel a little bit difficult. Maybe you're leaving something behind. So it could be that you're stepping away from a job. It could be that you're moving, that you're changing directions. But the transition is feeling a little bit rough. It's feeling, it's not smooth sailing right now. It feels, it's that stressful point in the transition where you're not quite sure where you're headed. You're not quite sure if you made the right decision, that kind of thing. Okay, and then we have the Hierophant. So that is suggesting getting in touch with sort of your inner guru, like getting in touch with what you truly want for yourself, reconnecting to your higher self, to your higher purpose. You can see in this sign, or in this card, sorry, there's a lot of joy. He is sitting kind of almost like in a meditation position. So if you're not feeling connected to that right now, you might want to incorporate some meditation or some other practice to help you feel more grounded and more connected. But yeah, he's feeling very connected in this journey towards being in alignment, his true nature, his true authentic nature. So I feel like that's perhaps some of that transition that you're going through right now, is trying to move into something that's going to feel more in alignment for you, that's going to bring more happiness, and that's just going to be a better fit for you. And we also have the Lovers card. So a relationship might be playing a part in whatever you're going through right now, or it might in the future. For example, it could be a relationship that's caused you to leave something behind and move, for example, or it could be leaving a relationship that's caused some of this situation that you're in right now. The Lovers card can also indicate a choice, though, so it may not be anything to do with a romantic relationship at all. It could be a choice that you're making. And I do feel with this card that you're in a position right now where you're going to start really attracting what you want to you, especially if you're kind of moving from this like Six of Swords energy where you're feeling like you're in a more turbulent time, into trusting that you're being guided and trusting that you are, being led by this divine knowledge. And you can see in the Six of Swords card that it is a card where she is being led. She's just not really aware yet. Like she's feeling kind of just lost and upset about the situation she's finding herself in, and she's had to leave something behind, but she is being guided and protected and led forward towards something better for her. Let's have a look at the next one here. Okay, so with the Fool, definitely some sort of new beginning. So you are ready to take a leap of faith here from whatever it is that you have going on. It may not have been your choice initially, or it may have been a decision you made to step away from something. But regardless, you're about to take that leap of faith into a whole new direction. So I do see many of you starting a new career. I feel like it's more than just a new job within the same field. It feels like a bigger change than that. So something quite different, a new direction, maybe starting your own business. Some of you might have a partnership that you're starting a business with, and some of you may be moving as well. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, so the Sacrifice card and Hope. So in traditional tarot, this is the Hanged Man and Hope is the Star. And because these cards are actually both quite major cards, I'm feeling like, again, there's something that you've had to sacrifice or leave behind for this transition, but you are following your North Star here. So there's a lot of hope and sunshine and light in this, because whatever it is that you are leaving behind and moving towards is going to be so much more in alignment with your true self. So this is going to help you step into your purpose. This is going to help you feel much more aligned and, again, bring a lot more happiness. And we have step out of your comfort zone as our last message. So if you are feeling unsure about everything that's happening and you are feeling frightened about taking that, step and trusting yourself and, taking that leap of faith and leaving things behind, just know that you are divinely guided right now. You are protected, and whatever it is that you are leaving behind, you are going towards something that is going to bring you a lot more joy, something that is sunnier and brighter and more in alignment and absolutely more happiness. So I hope that makes sense and resonates with you, group number 2. Let me know in the comments if it does. And I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, I would love if you gave this video a thumbs up and subscribe so that I can see you again soon in another one. Bye. Hello to everyone who chose card number 3, which is the Strength card. Okay, this is an amazing card. Looks like someone who is really going after their dreams and going after what they want. So let's have a look at your tarot cards. We have the Ace of Swords. So a lot of you might be in a position where you have a lot of ideas, a lot of new ideas coming to you, a lot of new insights. Some of you might have had like a really major aha moment in your life, like either realizing that something's not working for you or realizing, like thinking about this new direction that you want to take that's really exciting that you haven't thought of before, but some sort of new insight. And if you haven't had it yet, then know that that is coming, like some sort of new insight that's really going to change things for you and create like this ripple effect that's going to cause you to go in a whole new direction. Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles next. So I suspect that some of you might be feeling a little bit trapped by whatever situation you're in right now. And especially if you have not had this insight yet, you might be feeling like you're not sure what direction to go in, and maybe even feeling like you can't get out of the situation that you're in. Like you're going nowhere in your career and you just don't know what to do next, and you're not sure how to make it better, and you're not sure how to make more money. You might be stressed about money right now. You might be stressed about your job. You might be stressed because you can't find a job. Whatever your situation is, you're feeling overwhelmed and like there isn't a way out. And with this card, I always say there's a door here that appears to be closed, but the key is right here. She's just not seeing it because she's really upset by her situation. She's focusing on everything that she doesn't have, and she's not looking around her at the potential opportunities. So this is, again, just a little nod from your higher self, from the universe, that there are opportunities there. You just haven't seen them yet. So have that hope, have that faith that things are going to turn around for you. And we have the Sun, beautiful. So this is really beautiful energy. This is about like all your wishes coming true. This is about manifesting what you want. This is about feeling like in alignment, feeling a lot of joy. So I absolutely feel like whatever situation that you are going through right now, if you've been having some ideas about how to turn it around or some aha moments or insights, trust those little thoughts, trust those little ideas that you're having, because there is something there that is going to lead you to this really beautiful energy here. Okay, and the Knight of Pentacles. So whatever it is going to take some hard work, but it's going to lead to a lot of satisfaction and a lot of abundance as well. So you can see he is really, he's planting the seeds. He is growing this like strong foundation for himself, and he's putting in the work now so that he can enjoy it in the future. So I do feel like there's something that you've been considering doing. It could be switching directions. It could be starting a business. It could be even going back to school, something like that, that's going to take some work. It's going to take some planning and dedication and hard work, but the results for you are going to be amazing. Let's have a look at our next cards. So we have Fulfillment of Wishes. Some more really positive signs here that whatever it is you're considering or that you've been wishing for is going to turn out. Now look at this card. It almost looks like, it reminds me of like a graduation outfit. So some of you might be going back to school, like I mentioned before. Some of you might be just finishing school. And if not, there's some sort of like transition or learning or almost like a rite of passage or something like that you have to go through. Like you have to put in this time and this effort now. But look at the prize that is waiting for you. This card is also making me feel like while it's hard work, it doesn't have to be like it doesn't have to be hard in a negative way, if that makes sense. Like you can really enjoy what you're doing. Both the Knight of Pentacles and this card are making me, and of course the Sun is making me feel like you can really enjoy this process. Like you can really kind of get lost in this process of whatever work it is that you're doing, because it's something that is, lighting you up, that you're passionate about. Let's see our next card, and we have Light. So in traditional tarot, this is the Sun card, number 19 and number 19. So we have the Sun twice, you guys. This is a crazy reading. So whatever you are doing or whatever you are considering, if this light bulb moment hasn't gone off for you yet, really pay attention, be ready for it, because the idea that you're going to have for the next step in your career is going to be amazing. There is so much light here, like this really attracting, manifesting energy is there. Whatever it is that you've been dreaming about, you are going to make that happen in your life. Again, with some hard work, of course, but it is going to turn out in such a beautiful way. Let's have a look at your last card. Okay, and it says work through your fears. So the one thing that might be keeping you stuck here, and we talked about this a little bit with the Five of Pentacles, is your mindset. So really work on your mindset. The Ace of Swords talks about the mind as well, and it's about having new ideas. So perhaps this is also a new way of thinking, like a new way of thinking about your situation that's going to give you the ability to see opportunities or a new path that you haven't seen before. And just speaking that path idea is, again, making me think of the Knight of Pentacles, like he's forging his own path. He is creating this new direction for himself, and really like stepping out and doing something for himself, leading the way, creating this beautiful foundation for all of this light. So it is totally normal to have fears when you are considering something different or something new that you've never done before. And totally normal to have fears when you feel stuck in your situation right now. But just know that you have these answers within you that are going to help you create exactly what you want in your career and experience, not just financial abundance, but joy and connection and alignment, like something you're really passionate about, something where you're like really following your North Star, so to speak, like you're in alignment and you're feeling really good about this. So group number 3, you have an absolutely amazing career reading. I would love to know in the comments if you have had some sort of insight or aha lately. And if you enjoy this video, I would love if you gave it a thumbs up and subscribe so that I can see you in the next one. Bye. Hello to everyone who chose card number 4, which is the well-being card. Okay, so let's have a look at your tarot first and see what they have to say. So we have the Chariot. This is about quick moving energy, really moving towards a goal. There might be a choice that you're dealing with as well. So there might be 2 different directions that you're considering going in, and you might not know which one you want to go in just yet, but it will be important to choose so that you can really focus your energy, because you're moving at a quick pace. Whatever you choose, you're going to get there in a very quick way. There's going to be a lot of energy and momentum behind it. So it's important to make a choice so that you can actually focus your attention to going in the right direction. We have the Eight of Swords. Okay, so perhaps the reason that you're not seeing which choice to make or seeing which direction to take is that you have a lot of fear around which direction to go in. And you're also not seeing, in fact, you might not even be seeing the 2 directions or the 2 choices just yet. Depending on where you're at right now, you might just feel completely stuck. You might be feeling really overwhelmed and frustrated by that. But as you can see from this particular card, she's not seeing her opportunities for change or for, going in a different direction because she's got this blindfold on. So there's something that you're not seeing about the situation. Sometimes when we get really, wrapped up in whatever's happening. Like, let's say you're in a current job right now that is feeling really toxic. Like the environment is just not healthy for you, especially with this well-being card coming up. I'm feeling like some of you might be, in a toxic workplace or some sort of toxic situation where you're not feeling good in whatever job you're in right now. And that's causing you to feel just really negative about the situation. And when we're in that state, sometimes it's really hard to see opportunities because we're so focused on this crappy situation that we're in, right? Like it feels like you can't get out of it. It feels like you're trapped. But there are other opportunities there. It's about like shifting your perspective somehow. So let's see what other cards we have that might help or share how to get out of that situation. Okay, and we have the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups is about like supportive relationships. It's about kinship. It's about leaning on your friends for support. So I do feel like right now is the time that you're going to need to lean on the people in your life for support, ask for help, and go to them, if you're having a difficult time and you need support and you need to talk to your friends about this, maybe they can talk you through it, or they might be able to see something that you can't right now, like throw out some ideas for how you could make some changes or do something different. So really lean into the support of your close friends and family, people that you can trust. I also feel like with this card, it is suggesting that, you need a workplace that's going to be more supportive of your well-being and more supportive of your personal goals, something that's going to feel more aligned to you, that's going to feel a lot healthier for you to be in. Okay, and then we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so this is really beautiful energy. The King of Pentacles is a very kind, caring person. He values family and friendship and relationships. He values comfort, stability, security, and of course, he has created a lot of abundance in his life. So I can see this card potentially playing out a couple ways in your reading. For some of you, you might have someone in your life that is like a King of Pentacles energy that might help you to come out of this situation and see what opportunities are actually in front of you that maybe you can't see, again, along with that support from your friends. But there could be someone with just some extra wisdom that can help to guide you. But I also feel like for many of you, this is the goal. This is the energy that you want in your life. Like you want that security and stability and a happy home life, either with family or with your, pet companions or whatever it is that makes you feel really good. You want that kind of abundance in your life. And so to me, this is really kind of a nod from the universe that that is available to you. Those opportunities are out there. You just need that support to get out of the situation you're in so that you can actually see the opportunities, figure out what direction you need to go in so you can focus that energy, that all of your energy and your time, and start to build that momentum. Okay, let's see what else we have. And we have accelerated motion. So this is giving me a very similar feel to that Chariot energy of having a lot of momentum building. So whatever steps that you're going to take, it could be just really small steps right now, but that's going to build momentum for you. And as soon as you start focusing on what you want, like you can see the focus here on her star. So again, this is making me think of like your North Star. You really need to get centered into what you personally want to create and build in your life. And this is probably something that's going to come to you intuitively. Like it's going to be something that's, in your heart, in your gut, that you're feeling you need to do. That connection, that focus is what is going to propel you forward and start creating momentum so that you can work towards that King of Pentacles energy. Okay, and choose wisely. So yes, we've talked about this. You probably have multiple decisions. You might be having just overwhelm. This is kind of like the opposite in a way of the Eight of Swords, where the Eight of Swords, you can't see any opportunities, and then this is kind of like having too many opportunities. So I feel like there is mindset stuff going on here, that either you are overwhelmed by the different choices you could make, but also there's fear around the different choices that you could make. Like you're really worried about making the right choice. And again, I feel that with that Chariot, right? Like there's different directions you can take, and you know you need to focus, because if you're trying to do too many things at once, your energy is scattered and you're not going to get anywhere, and you're going to continue to stay frustrated. So there's no way of knowing for sure which direction is the right one, but you have to actually start taking those steps, because once you do and the momentum starts building, you're going to know whether or not that's the right thing for you. You'll be able to feel it that way, but you won't actually know that until you start moving forward. Now, I do feel like as long as you listen to your intuition and you are listening to what your heart is telling you to do, you're going to be going in the right direction. Like as long as you are focused on your own North Star and what you want to create, you're going to be going in the right direction. So you don't have to have fear about what decision to make. And then you can let that energy start to build and that momentum start to build. Let's have a look at the next one. Okay. And it says it's time to release negativity. So I feel like we've talked about that, and that's pretty self-explanatory, and that you probably already know within your situation. Now, this doesn't mean that it is your fault that you're going through this. I suspect, like I said at the beginning, that it's a situation that you've been put into, like it's circumstances that have come up in your life that have caused you to feel this way, and it is perfectly normal. Like there is nothing wrong with feeling that way about your situation or about whatever's happening. There is nothing wrong with feeling fear about making a decision. All of that is so normal. But if you can learn to trust yourself, and even this well-being card, like it's kind of hard to see, but there's a person down here, and there's the moon and butterflies. So this is again just making me feel of like that energy of tapping into your true self, like your inner knowing, your gut feelings, and trusting that, because you are in a period of transformation right now. You are making some choices that's going to change your situation, and those choices are being guided right now. So trust those, wise inner voices within you. Trust those whispers of what they're suggesting that you should do, and start taking action. Start focusing that energy. And don't forget, the support is there if you need it. Lean on your friends for support. They're there for you. They want to help. They want the best for you, because it's really important that you take care of yourself throughout this. If you're not feeling good about the choices that you're making and the, effort and the time that you're putting in, then you're not going to have that same result, right? Like you need to feel good throughout the journey. So definitely lean on your friends for support. Allow them to kind of help you see the things that maybe you're not seeing in your own life right now. Help you see the positive stuff that you have available in front of you, and focus on like the gratitude for those things that you have and the relationships that you have that can help you to get out of this situation. I do feel like overall this reading is very positive. So although you might feel like you're in a difficult situation, there are lots of signs here of support, both like from the universe, but also from people in your life, and that whatever you're doing is divinely guided, and that you are moving in the right direction, or you will be moving in the right direction to start making those steps and changes that will lead to the kind of life and the kind of career that you want. So I hope that that was helpful. Group number 4, let me know in the comments if it resonated with you. And again, thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this video, I would love if you gave it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so that I can see you again soon in another one. Bye.